I'm gonna have a serious discussion here for a moment because I've had a lot of talks about how smart I am, how everyone fucking sucks and everything. Well, let me bring you guys some perspective of my life because I wasn't just born smart. I haven't always been at this motherfucking level of intelligence. And in fact, I struggled in certain classes in school. Algebra is one of them. So things like that. Growing up, school was very difficult, and it's always been very difficult because, well, finding out now, it's being forced to learn about topics that you're not even interested in. You know what I'm saying? And then the depth of going into the topics that have nothing to do with life. Um, but while I was in school, right, you're around people, and um, I had friends in school, classmate friends. I used to have neighborhood friends and just people that I knew, kind of like that. And I'm gonna recommend to everybody, if you ever think about dating one of your friends, don't do it. So here's pretty much my explanation. When I was younger, so there was some girl that I liked, right? I knew her from junior high. We went to the same high school together because we only have one high school out there. And it was really hard to get this girl to like me, or what I thought was liking me. I don't know. You guys can all be the judge for me in the end, because obviously I don't know what I'm talking about. A topic that I'm very ignorant in. Ignorant just means don't have knowledge in. Doesn't mean I'm stupid. Stupid is different than ignorant. Ignorant just means you don't have the knowledge regarding the topic. So the topic that I'm really, I would say, ignorant in is like relationship, love, just really fucking mostly like relationship is something that I just suck at, I guess. I don't know. And not necessarily like my attention. I give people attention and I'm there and all that, but I just don't know if I'm finding actually even relationships. There's times when I'm laying down thinking to myself, and it's like, have I ever had a girlfriend? Because when I look back on it, it doesn't feel like these girls that I was calling a girlfriend was actually a girlfriend. I think they were just a girl that was a friend, and sometimes we would fuck, is pretty much what it came down to. Because you guys, what is the difference between a friend, your friends, and then you fuck or whatever? Friends with benefits, that's what it was called. What's the difference between that and actually being identified as boyfriend and girlfriend, or married even? So I haven't ever wanted to get married because that's something that doesn't go with it's nowhere in the motherfucking book of law. I've always been like this. I fucking hate Bethlehem. I'm not Christian. I'm not Catholic. I'm not gonna do their fucking stupid ass shit. I'm not doing any of that. I don't want to get married, ever. Don't want the government's permission for anything, and I don't want some fucking priest giving me permission, because I don't need their fucking permission. So therefore, I'm not ever, or in the past, I would have said, I'm not ever going to be married. And I was talking about that form of marriage. They're made up, fucking get a gold ring and put it on her, and all that fucking shit, sign the paperwork, have this fucking dress and a dress, and, go out to your bachelorette party and bachelor party. It's just a big fucking, you know what I'm saying? If you actually love this person, then why are they going out to a fucking bachelorette party? It's a big fucking motherfucking Bethlehem fucking argument. Like, I just can't stand the fucking Bethlehems, you guys. But even being an atheist, the friend that I liked, at the time I was identifying as an atheist, they were also identifying as atheist. And even with that, we would still watch marriage programs like some fucking wedding competition, Say Yes to the Dress, all those things. She didn't want to have a kid. That was always one of her things. She thinks kids are annoying and the whole process of pregnancy is disgusting, and it's gonna hurt because she's so fucking tight, she would always say. So, this friend, I was just friends with her, and I believe, let me think. So yeah, I was just friends with her. She started dating someone else. One of the others, some dude that I was, I guess, friends with. I don't know. At the time, maybe friends, and then once I started dating, I was more away from him because he's with her. I'm not gonna be jealous around people, so I just focused all my attention and energy on learning drums because I'm trying to make drumline. I had this friend who was kind enough to spend that time with me and hang around lunchtime, after school, before school, and we would just practice. I would let him use my drums too, but it was like a whole, I wasn't distracting myself. I was just like, okay, this person is gonna be with them. I have other things I gotta be doing. When I first got into school, I was only playing an instrument called the bells, which is fucking, I mean, it sounds dope, but you guys, certain instruments at that time got identified in certain ways. It wasn't the most masculine thing to play, but I made the best of it. I played the best I could, and just focused, like I said, I would just focus on listening to the cadence, trying to learn cadence and make it on drumline, because I didn't know anything about it going into tryouts. I had no idea what the cadence sounded like. I didn't know anything about how they roll. They have different rolls, and so I didn't make it on. And my first year in school really sucked. But yeah, like I said, they were dating for a while. Then something happened. I was so the next year, so I was just single my whole first year. I was single all through school, elementary school, junior high, first year high school, second year high school. It wasn't until I believe it wasn't until my third year, so junior, I was 16, but I might have been 15 as a junior starting out. That was, I think, junior, sophomore, we started meeting up at each other's house. I would skate over because I like skateboarding. I would skate over, probably be all fucking smelly, I don't know, but I would meet up at her house, hang out with her and her family. I think it started out with maybe homework, I don't know, but she really didn't give me the vibes of like, I like this dude. I had acne, I had fucking no money, no car, and like I said, I struggled in school at times, and this person was more getting good grades and all that. So that's why there was a time when I think I just went over and fucking would do some homework with her and hang out with her. Well, eventually we started like, I can't remember what I was doing. I think I made the first move. I was like laying down with her on the ground, and I just had my hand on her back, or like my arm, I think, a little bit on her back, and we were both laying down. And I made the move. I don't want to say what I did, but I made a move, and luckily she responded with like wanting the move to be made. She was broken up with the dude at this time already. They dated for a few months and then ended up breaking up, but I think they were on and off or whatever, but for sure they were not dating. Anyways, that was the first move that got made. Then slowly but surely she started like placing her hand on my lap, and we started like messing around with each other, but we weren't dating yet. Well, once she started, like, because it was to the point that I would be coming. I'm just gonna say, you guys, I'm 34 now, so I'd come. I'm like 15 or whatever. She's about same age, couple months or a few months older, and but same grade and everything, same classes, and so what was I gonna say? Yeah, we started messing around, and I'm taking the signals of like this. I think she likes me. You know what I'm saying? Because she's letting me feel her, and she's feeling me. So I think she likes me. So I ask her out. And this is what used to be the norm. I don't think people do this anymore. But you eventually like text them or call them or ask them in person. Will you be? I want to be boyfriend and girlfriend. Like, will you be my girlfriend? I got denied. I waited a while because we were still messing around. I got denied again. Waited a while again. Got denied again. Okay, guys? But we were still messing around this whole time. Messing around, but she just wanted to keep things as friends or whatever. Not boyfriend, girlfriend. Because I don't know if she got her heart broken by that dude. I'm not sure how, or if she liked other dudes and wanted to just keep things open. Probably that. Maybe a little both. I don't know. But I'm pretty sure she broke up with him, not the other way around. So I don't know. I think that she just wanted to keep things open. So finally, I think at one point, and we still haven't kissed, by the way. No kissing was going on here. Just hand stuff. Over the clothing starting out, and then I started feeling under the clothing. We started messing around at school too sometimes. Like I'd feel her butt or something over the clothing, put my hand in her pockets in the back, and we'd be like in a hallway together or something. Well, finally on the fourth one, and this was probably with the from the first time asking to the fourth time, and finally getting a yes, let's be boyfriend and girlfriend. From it was probably a multiple month span. It wasn't like next day, let me ask her next week or whatever. It was like a few months, probably 5-6 months of that, of me going, well, like we already talked, we were already messing around, so we might as well just say that we're boyfriend and girlfriend now, like, because we're pretty much doing everything except kissing. And I can't remember now too, but I want to say, I can't remember this for sure, but I do want to say that she gave me a blowjob before we started kissing. And I think that she gave me a blowjob before we started dating. And that was my thing of like, well, if you're not into me, then why are you going down on me? And I don't know. So she finally says yes, right? And I'm really immature. I don't know anything about relationships. I'm fucking 15, 16. Haven't ever dated anybody. I've only watched people. Well, the people I'm watching, they hold hands. They say I love you to each other. They're kissing each other. They're always together. It's just them two together, you know? And, but with me, okay, so there's times in my life where I just feel like a fucking loser, you guys. I really can't explain it. Like, but I know everyone has their embarrassing moments. This is my embarrassing part of my life, is my fucking inability to do relationship or realize what love, I don't know. Like, I fucking don't know, like I said. But okay, so I ask her the fourth time, she says yes. But here's the thing, I don't want everybody knowing about it, because they're all gonna make a big deal about it. Everyone's gonna be freaking out, and I don't want anyone freaking out about us dating each other, or whatever, like making it a big ordeal. And so I'm like, okay, so at school, pretty much we would act like we're not dating. It was always just friends with benefits. And then here was the other thing. She says she doesn't like holding hands. She won't hold anyone's hands. So we didn't hold hands. And we started kissing. I can't remember when we started kissing, but I know for sure we were doing stuff first and then started kissing. And I think I even might have fucking, I want to say I had sex with her for the first time before we kissed. But to add to that, didn't ever fuck this girl, this, whatever you want to call her. I didn't ever fuck her ass. I didn't ever fuck anal. And I dated her for about I think it was 4 years, 2 years in high school and 2 years out of high school, because we ended up going to the same college. And so for 4 years, and we did end up breaking up a couple times in between that 4 years, but just continue to count it as 4 years or whatever. But, and I believe she was the one that broke up with me, not the other way around. I was the one that finally ended everything and broke up with her for the final time after the 4th year or whatever. But so when I'm in school, I'm thinking, okay, we're just keeping it secret because we don't want everyone to make it a big deal, and keeping things down low or whatever. I thought that was going to be temporary. Personally, in my head, I thought, okay, the first maybe few months or something will be like, we're not dating, and then we'll start being like more open about the fact that we're dating. Eventually, like, I think she told a friend, I told a friend, and eventually people started figuring out that we're dating. But like I said, same thing, she doesn't like holding hands. She doesn't, she had this friend that would always fucking want to be around her, a dude that was always around her, but he's gay, you guys. So it's all right that this dude is around her because he's into males. He's into males, but he's not into me though. He's just he's into males though, but he's not into me, So it's all right that this dude is around her all the time, I guess, because he's gay. So you see the relation. This is what we were calling a relationship, and looking back on it, it doesn't feel like that. And then here's the other thing. So I was born at the end of September. She was born more towards the start of the year, like January, February or something. So there's an age difference there. Well, when we went to college, she's 18 and I'm 17. And she used that as a reason to not fuck because she's saying I'm a minor and she thinks she could get in trouble. We ended up fucking either way one time. But here's the thing, throughout the whole year, including going home when we had to go home for Christmas and Thanksgiving, all this stuff, 3 times out of the whole year, we fucked. We fucked 3 fucking times, you guys. So, I mean, how can you really even say that you're dating someone? At this point, it's like, what the fuck is the point of dating if we're not going to be fucking? You know what I'm saying? And it was the same thing in college. For some reason in my head, I don't know why, but I thought when we would get out of this school where all these people were at, then we can be more just on our own together. We'll be out there probably like just, how people are in relationships, holding hands, kissing at times. You guys, there was none of that. There was none of kissing in front of people. It always had to be some fucking secret. A lot of times if I tried to make a move, she would, shut it down, whatever, be like, no, I'm not into doing anything right now. And there was something where you got to put a rubber band. If you put a rubber band on your door, that means you're fucking inside the room. Someone's fucking, so don't knock or don't come in because we're currently fucking. People always had rubber bands on their door. My door and her door didn't ever have a fucking rubber band on it because we didn't ever fuck. And I'm talking about fuck. The 3 times that we did fuck, I'm telling you, my dick was so fucking sensitive. It was probably fucking minutes long duration. We're talking minutes here, you guys. Probably within about 10 minutes of actually having my dick in a vagina. And so what she did like a lot though was getting head. Always going down on her. She always wanted me to fucking eat her out, come up, suck her fucking tits, you know, all that. You know, it was pretty much like pleasure me and hopefully you get off from pleasuring me. But there would be times when, and I've heard this is the opposite for a lot of people, that the girl will go down on the dude and then the dude doesn't return the favor. Well, it was the opposite for me. I was always having to go down on her, and I'd be thinking, okay, I want her to go down on me. Well, she would come, and once she would come, that was it. There was no, let me go give you a blowjob now. It was like, I just want to lay down. I just want to lay down. So, I don't know, you guys. So then I would just lay down and be fucking blue-balled at times. And the other thing that was really annoying was she wouldn't ever stay the night at my house. Like, she would stay the night, but for some reason in the morning, she always wanted to leave in the morning because she said, I don't want to be here in the morning and have to do the walk of shame down the steps because your family's here and we just had sex or whatever, or didn't have sex, and I don't want to be here in the morning. Well, first it was, I don't want to be here in the morning, do the walk of shame down the steps because your family's here. It's really awkward that we just fucked or whatever. And so I'm just going to head out at like 4:30 in the morning. She would leave at like 4:30 in the morning, 5, sometimes it's still dark. I'd walk her out to her car. It's freezing ass cold. Fucking, she would then drive home and go sleep or whatever. So, and then it was the same at her house. If I was at her house and I'd be trying to stay until the morning, she would tell me to leave because she doesn't want me here in the morning, that it's too awkward having me, like I said, with the walk of shame and all that. And her parents were divorced, so she lived only with her dad, and she felt it was awkward to be fucking and then going out there and being like we're all normal or whatever. I don't know. I really don't know. But she didn't want me there in the morning. So same thing. I'd be there till 4:30 in the morning, 5. And then in the morning before the sun comes up, she would want me out of the house and gone and back at my place. And my fucking face would just smell like her fucking pussy. My fucking pants would have fucking cum all in them. I'm cum walking to my fucking car. Cause she wouldn't fucking swallow or nothing. You know, or with a hand job, it's not like she was jerking my cock off onto her stomach, onto her face. It was stick her hand in my pants and give me a fucking hand job. And I would come inside my pants and fucking have to feel that feeling. I don't know if you guys know the feeling, but it's really uncomfortable. And the other thing was, this was something that I thought was weird, but she wanted me at one point to have my dick cut, this foreskin on my dick. She was saying she prefers a circumcised dick and she wants me to get my dick cut. So there was a time in my life when I was actually contemplating, like as an adult, getting my foreskin removed. Because she says she likes it better. She likes how it looks better. It looks weird this way. And I even remember getting upset with my parents, like, if this is the norm to cut someone's foreskin off, then why did you guys leave it on? And they said, because that's how it naturally is. So we just left it how it is because it's for religious purposes. It's a religion thing that the doctors would cut the foreskin. But they said it doesn't matter as long as you keep the foreskin, as long as you keep your dick clean, then the foreskin's beneficial because it keeps your dick, you know, how it's supposed to be, which is the skin going over the tip of your cock is supposed to keep it wet. It releases what they call secretions, but it releases fluids and stuff onto your dick, so your dick is not a raisin, it's more like a grape. And so it stays how it is. It's all ready to go in someone's fucking wet pussy. Anyways, this girl, she would talk. What made things awkward one time was I walked in her room. She was talking with her roommate, and her roommate asked me, who is, and then she said her ex-boyfriend's name, the dude that she dated back in like freshman year or whatever. Who is this dude? And she said, don't say anything. I don't want you to say anything. So I just said, I don't know. I'm not sure. But of course I know. I knew him for maybe about a year, and he went to the same school, but I didn't really see him much because he was in different classes. But yeah, she somehow his name got brought up, and they asked me about this dude, and I was just thinking in my head, I wonder why they were talking about him. You know what I'm saying? Not talking about me. And I don't know. I just started having these thoughts like, I don't really think she likes me. And so eventually, so it just felt like, because there was one time when there was a Valentine's Day. So does this sound like anyone deserves a Valentine's gift, by the way, or for someone to go above and beyond? I didn't have any money. You have to have money. In order to get things from the store, you have to have money. Food even. I don't even have money for food. I'm on a food plan. So I don't know what she was expecting to have happen. I said, if I get you a Valentine's Day gift, it's not me getting you the Valentine's gift. It's from my fucking father. I have to ask him for money to go get you a Valentine's gift. And I don't even think he gives shit to my mom. My parents are now divorced. I don't know. But I'm sitting there studying. She came in my room all pissed off. It's Valentine's Day and you didn't get me anything. We had to go on this. She wanted to go on some fucking walk. We had to go on some fucking miles long fucking walk because she's all fucking Mighty Mouse fucking wound up. And it was just a walk of her talking about how shitty I am, how fucked up it is that I didn't get her anything, while all her roommates and friends, their boyfriends all got them stuff for Valentine's Day. And I said, they're all dating people that are rich. Okay, they're all with people that have parents that go, here, you can have your monthly amount. Here's just a monthly amount. They were still getting monthly amounts as adults from their family members, from their parents. I said, they're rich, and so are the girlfriends. The girls are also rich. So you're talking about these rich people that, you know what I'm saying, what do you want me to do? What is it that you're expecting me to do for Valentine's Day if I don't have any fucking money? It's all been spent on, I had my car. I'm the one that brought my car to college. I would have to give her rides from Sacramento State to our hometown, transferred, a whole bunch of shit for her, did a whole bunch of shit, take her home and all this stuff. Even sometimes when I wouldn't want to go home, I would have to fucking drive her home. And you know what I'm saying? It's like, don't I do enough? And where's my fucking Valentine's Day gift? She didn't even get me anything. Nothing. She didn't ever buy herself lingerie. She didn't, and she would never fucking wear, like, you know how girls get those slutty Halloween costumes? She didn't wear any of that fucking shit. But if she would go out to parties, she would all be dressed skimpy fucking shit, tits fucking tight shirt, and it's not a big fucking ball sack state fucking sweatshirt. I don't get why girls with big tits wear big baggy clothing. What's the point of having fucking tits if you're gonna wear big baggy clothing? And then it's always like this. It's like these big tit girls, because the tits still stick out a little bit. Even when they're wearing their big clothing, you'll see their tits like that. It's like these big tits girls want to see what it's like to have double A poking through their fucking, their sweater. I can't figure it out, but I still see girls doing it. It's like, what the fuck do you guys realize that it's rare to have tits? More people do not have tits than do. So why would you not want to be rare? Why would you not flex that you're rare to society, to anybody? You're covering up the fact that you're rare? I don't know. I can't fucking fathom their logic, but that's how she would dress. Baggy clothing. She used to dress tight clothing, Vans, all that. So all this is just, you know what I'm saying, adding up. And to change your style, she went from wearing Vans and Hollister to wearing Toms and North Face. All right. It was just the fucking worst fucking, I mean, I'm like, oh no, you guys, I thought this girl was a skater. I thought she was fucking fun. I thought she was into Green Day and music that I like. We're both atheists. There's nothing about marriage we got to discuss. And I did want kids, but she didn't want kids. And I don't know, I just, that was always her thing. She doesn't ever want to have kids. And I don't know. I think in my mind, I thought I was going to have kids by now. I thought I'd have someone that would want kids or want to have kids with me. But I gotta say, looking back on it, what I've been thinking about today that makes me feel really dumb and embarrassed that I don't know, that I either had a girlfriend, I don't know, you guys, because here's the thing. She didn't ever say, not one single time throughout the entire 4 years, she did not ever tell me, I love you. I said it to her a few times without a response back. She didn't ever say, I love you. And then people, I don't know, like, so anyways, so there was that. I broke up with her, I dropped out, and because I couldn't afford college, had to drop out. Went out to my hometown. The San Bruno pipeline blew up. I joined the union, and while I was with the union, I ended up getting my first DUI. Well, the DUI, one of the requirements for the DUI is to go to Alcoholics Anonymous meetings. They said it doesn't have to be Alcoholics Anonymous meetings, it can be Narcotics Anonymous also. And I'm not against drinking alcohol, so I really didn't want to go. I was only 21 when I got the DUI, just fucking freshly started being able to drink, and they want me to go to Alcoholics Anonymous. And so I had to attend a certain amount of meetings, which I did. I went to, but instead of Alcoholics Anonymous, because I was also heavy on the God, I guess. They're heavy on the God in the Alcoholics Anonymous, whereas Narcotics Anonymous, they're not. So I went to Narcotics Anonymous, and even though I wasn't on narcotics, it was a DUI for alcohol. You can still go to Narcotics Anonymous either way. And even if you're not on drugs and you're just maybe thinking about doing drugs, Narcotics Anonymous says you're allowed to go there. Anyways, I went there and I was attending my meetings, and there was a bunch of people in there were really attractive. At one point, I didn't have any friends at this time, and I was really embarrassed to tell everybody that I got a DUI because I crashed and, I fell asleep. I fell asleep driving. I was at a red light. My foot slipped off the brake when I fell asleep, and my car started rolling, and it rolled into a no parking sign. The cop woke me up and took me to jail for DUI. After getting in an accident, he woke me up, took me to jail. And what was I gonna say? So I'm attending the meetings. I only talked maybe once. I was really embarrassed of my weight and everything too at the time. I was kind of out of shape because I was working so much, and I was just hungry from all the work I was doing. But on my last meeting, it's the last one, I'm just about to walk out. And these two girls come up to me and say, do you want to hang out after the meeting? Like, we usually go and get coffee or something, or I can't remember what it was, maybe tea. And, you know, do you want to hang out with us? And I said, yeah, that'd be cool, because I don't have like anything to do right now. So, and I didn't tell them I've been trying to meet people, but that was like, I need a group of friends, because the group of friends that I had are all associated with that ex-girlfriend. And so I really didn't have, and I know they took her side on everything, but, so I didn't have any friends really to talk with or communicate with or flirt with or anything. I just wanted to meet like new people. And it just happened to occur that they came up to me and asked, do you want to hang out after? Well, then they said, because they're actively attending without a court thing, they said, will you go to meetings with us? Like, because we both need to go to meetings, and if you could go to meetings with us, that would be really cool, because I'm not really addicted to drugs. I would say I'm more addicted to self-injury, self-harm. And at the time, they didn't have any self-harm meetings. And so I would go to those, because sometimes I would think about doing drugs instead of self-harming. I don't know, in my mind, I thought it was, well, let me keep myself happy. I'm gonna feel euphoria. I don't wanna cut myself. I'm tired of cutting myself. But if I don't have drugs, then that's what happens. And that includes alcohol. And so I'm meeting with this girl, and at first she's really cool. And we just became like, I don't know if you could say friends. We were just like really hanging out like a lot, me and these two girls hanging out a lot. I got to know them really well, and started meeting a couple other people. But eventually I'm like, I really like this girl, because she would invite me over, and she was addicted to it wasn't alcohol that she was going to the meetings for. So that was one thing that she would still consume to get rid of her triggers for, man, I think I'm gonna relapse on something. So we would get one of those Smirnoff ices and share it together, like a tall one. And or sometimes we just both have our own. And we were meeting up at her house and watching Craig Ferguson, because she has an offspring that she has to watch. So we would always go there so that we're near her offspring. And we used to stay up like all night together and watch Craig Ferguson. She would let me stay over the whole time, all the way until morning. And at first we started out with just, and I was really excited when she said she wants to drink at one point, because I was like, damn, I really want to drink with her, and it feels so awkward to be drunk or something, or buzzed, and she's not. So, or anyone, it's really awkward to be the drunk one and the other person's sober. But I didn't bring it up, but she eventually said she wants to drink, just like a little bit, because she's thinking about, you know, relapsing and stuff, and there's a lot, and she just doesn't want to do it. And I used to come over and I would drink with her, but not all the time. It wasn't drinking every time, but those times we would drink. And we were just laying in her bed. I remember cuddling. Like, first we were just laying and not touching each other. We were just sitting on the bed. And I think I asked her, is it all right if I lay down? Because I don't have the best back. But I do like laying down a lot. I don't really like sitting. I just love laying down. And so we were laying down in bed together, and eventually, what happened? So I think we were laying down in bed together, and eventually we just started like cuddling. Like I would have my arm over her and just be like, or like around like on her ribs and stuff, and like holding her close to me. Well, this one was like, this relationship was really, I would describe as fun. And I could tell that she liked me, or I thought I could tell she liked me. And I was smoking cannabis again. I was drinking a little bit of alcohol, not like I was, but at times I would drink it. And I was also, I think at times I had some prescriptions for my back because, like I said, I do have a bad back. And so sometimes I was taking Klonopins or Vicodins for my back injury. And what was I gonna say? Oh, we were cuddling, right? And I think same thing, like I ended up making a move, like over the clothing. I think I was like, I made some move. I can't remember what I did, but I just know that I think I put my hand like right here or something like that. And I just like moved it down like right there. And she would sometimes like kind of pull away because she was actually, I know this sounds weird, but her husband left her. He went to another state and left her and the kid behind. And this is the story because I never got to meet him, but he went to another state and left her and the kid behind because he said he doesn't want to do what they're doing anymore, and it's too hard to stay off of everything because he wants to stop and she didn't want to stop. So he just ended up leaving. And they were still married at the time, but they were in the process of getting a divorce. It was just a matter of signing some papers. But I'm not sure if that had something to do with this, but I was making a move a couple times, and it only took me a couple times, and I think I started like fingering her or something like that. That was the first thing that I did. And then I think we started fucking shortly after that, but we were still just friends. Like I said, I don't know, with being older, it's kind of like test driving a car, whatever you do, I think you gotta fuck before you actually make these commitments. And the additional factor is she was still married, so that was something. But I just felt like it was so fun being around her, and her voice was fun to hear, and like the life we were living was just like fun. I don't know how to explain it. So I think I started dating her. I'm pretty sure I said, I don't know how long this was, probably within a couple months, I started dating her. And she was vegetarian too. So that was another thing, is I wouldn't eat any meat around her because she was a vegetarian. I would do my best to not have any meat. If we went to a restaurant, I wouldn't have a hamburger. I'd just get a grilled cheese, and she'd get like fries, or we get a pie or something. Yeah, so I was eating a lot of meat. During this time, I wasn't eating a lot of meat. And anyway, she needed money because she has an offspring. The family keeps saying, we need you to get money. She's saying she doesn't want to work. She just wants to keep going to meetings. She doesn't know why. They keep complaining that she needs money. And they're saying, well, they need help with her daughter. They don't have any way to get her everything. And she couldn't find a job anywhere. This was during the recession. And eventually her dad recommended why don't you go work at the sex shop, which is right down the road from this house that you're at. You could go work at the sex shop. You'll have some money to go out and do stuff with. I wish we would have just fucking went and found a way to get food stamps, but I think we were both being claimed on our parents' taxes as dependents, so I don't think it would have occurred anyways. But she did have a daughter, so I'm not sure if it would have been an option, but this is what happened. She went and got to the sex shop, got a job at the sex shop. Well, who goes into sex shops, you guys? Have you ever been in a sex shop? So who goes into sex shops? Well, while she's in there, and I can't be in there all the fucking time. I'm not a worker there. But there were times when the crew there was really cool, and sometimes they would feel safer with someone around because it was a sketchy time and it was in a sketchy location and just all that. Sometimes I would just wait in my car for her or sit outside and wait because she would want cigarettes and stuff and have a smoke break, and I'd be right there and have a cigarette with her. And then we go out after. There's really late meetings too. Sometimes there's like 12 o'clock, like midnight meetings. And she was one of the people that would like do something for the meeting. I can't remember now, but so things were going really well, and I'm not sure what happened. Like, I'm really not sure what happened because I'm not around all the time. It's just not possible. I was also growing cannabis at the time, so I would have to tend to my plants and make sure those were still growing. And anyways, she ends up relapsing on the drug. And this is like freshly, like we just started fucking dating, and I already told you guys I don't have any friends. All I was doing at my house when I was by myself was, because I don't have a ability to get a job with the cannabis in me, but also the DUI, lost my license. I had to go to school and all this stuff, to DUI school to get my license back. And it's to satisfy DMV's wants and needs for driving. So, I had a lot to do and wasn't around all the time, and that's what ended up happening. She said she relapsed, told me that it's all right if I leave and we can break up or whatever, but this is just how things are gonna be. And of course I start crying. I'm like laying on a bed with her, crying, quietly crying, not like loudly crying or whatever, but like tears are falling from my eyes. She's crying too, and we're both just laying together. And I could feel like the pillow getting like wet from our tears and stuff. But what was I gonna say? So instead of leaving, I decided to stay with her. I'm like, fuck it, you guys, I don't care. I'm just gonna stay with her and we're just gonna keep having fun together. Well, once she started using, everything kind of like became different. I gotta sit down. Fucking tired. Once she started using, everything became different. Like, because what she was on gets you all wound up and fucking makes people angry. And kind of mad and stuff. But there were times when it was the opposite. And I think starting out it was the opposite. And so I thought things were gonna be really fun, and I thought it was just temporary, like maybe we can figure this out together. And so the thing with this girl is when we first started dating, she would say, I love you. And my last girlfriend didn't ever say that throughout the whole entire time. we were together, and not even through text, not over the phone, nothing. But this girl would say it to me in person, like just like multiple times, not just one time either. And so what was I gonna say? Oh, things were really cool starting out. Like, she was nice, she was still fun, and it wasn't really an issue. But there was a time when she broke up with me. With this relationship, it lasted about a year, maybe. And there was multiple times throughout that year where she broke up with me on and off. And what was I gonna fucking say? Oh, the thing that changed that really kind of like hurt my feelings, I don't know. Now, hurting my feelings now, not at the time, but she started out with saying I love you, and then eventually she was only saying I love you when we were fucking in bed or something. That's the only time that she would say that she loves me. And I don't know why it changed, but I didn't really notice it or think about it at the time. It would just keep me turned on, because I liked hearing her say that to me. And so eventually, let me think. So it went from being really fun and she's starting to say, I love you only when we're fucking in bed. There's times when I'm not her boyfriend, but we're still fucking. She said she wants to break up with me. And that's just how it was, I guess. Well, towards the end of that relationship, the way that one ended is she started saying the opposite of I love you, and the texts were the opposite of I miss you and I wish you were here and all this stuff. It was just completely angry at me for I don't know what she was angry at me for, but I think it was when we got into an argument once. I might have said something, I can't fucking remember. I think I got extremely mad once because she was clean again and then started up again. So it was one of those things where I was excited and then she said she started up again, and I got extremely frustrated because I know that's the end. And we were in a big argument, and even before that, there was a time when she was out of her stuff and wanted me to go drive and get more with her, or with her. And what I wanted, when I thought she was texting me, I thought we were meeting up to go meet up with her offspring and do something with her family that's like holiday related. Well, that's not what she wanted to do. The text, I think she said something like that, but this is what she wants to do right now. And I was saying, well, we're gonna miss everything. Like, I really don't want to go get anything right now. Like, I'm not in the mood to be driving around and going and find something. Because like I said, I think we were even broken up, so just everything felt kind of different now. Anyways, the relationship went from it felt like she was fucking me because she loved me. And this was the same thing with this girl. I still wanted kids. I thought, okay, this girl has one kid already. She'd probably be down for another kid. Especially I'm already raising this one with her. Like, maybe in the future she'd be down to have another kid. And she always tell me she doesn't want any kids, that it hurt too much. The whole process was too painful, and that her husband or baby daddy, whatever, left her and now she has a kid and she doesn't want that to happen again. So pretty much I have to just be raising her offspring and accept the fact that it's someone else's offspring. I'm not gonna have one of my own. So, the final texts I remember were just extremely like fucking upset at me for something. There wasn't ever anything positive, and so it went from being like she's fucking me because she loves me to it felt like she was just getting high and then having me there to be fucking something. She gets to fuck something that she wants to fuck, like pretty much like I'm some sex bot, some fucking fuck toy that comes over upon her request. And I mean, the difference between that girl though and the first one is she didn't ever want me to go down on her and give her head. She liked just fucking straight up or giving me head. And I think we might have fucked anal one time. So in my life, I want to say this is in my entire life, I'm pretty sure. I'm not entirely sure, but I'm pretty sure I've only fucked anal one time. And it was one of those things that was like another fucking situation. It was minutes long, maybe that. And I guess that's it, you guys. I don't know. So this girl, and I asked her to, I didn't just do it randomly. I said, is it alright if I fuck you or something like that? I can't remember, but she said yeah, and I was just like extremely gentle because I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. But what was I gonna say? So what went from being fun, really fun, and something that was supportive ended up being the opposite. Like no more meetings, no fun, always arguing or saying negative things, demanding, making demands about things. She wants to go here, go there, get this, get that. And I can't remember the last time that she said I love you, but I don't know, I can't remember now. But eventually what happened when I went to some random fucking place, I happened to see her walking by and she just acted like she didn't even know me. And I'm like, what the fuck? Like I didn't know we were on bad terms with all this, and I didn't know that I was the one that was the one that broke everything off. It feels like if you're the one choosing the choices she made, then what am I to do? That's breaking up with me. I see it the same as wearing Toms and North Face as opposed to Vans and Hollister. And I don't know why it lasted so long. I just, like I said, I think I always just had this idea in my head of the first like 2 months that I knew her. Like things could still get back to this. But it doesn't ever fucking happen. And it didn't ever happen. She doesn't like me, didn't ever try to reach out to me or anything. I'm telling you guys, I thought the whole relationship was like we were gonna be together for life or whatever. But after that, let me think. I think after that, as far as relationships, I don't know if this was a relationship either. Some girl was up here from that location doing some stuff up here for her work or whatever, and I happened to meet her and then and so she would come over to my place, sometimes, not here, but somewhere else, and we'd be fucking or whatever at nighttime, and because that's when her work was done, and then I'd walk her back in the morning, sometimes at night, walk her back, and she would leave like around that time, like really early morning, or when it was still a little bit dark. And same thing with this girl. I'm pretty sure she just no relationship, right? This was the agreement when we were with each other, that we're not going to date each other. We don't want to be boyfriend, girlfriend, just friends with benefits. And we'll see what happens with this, you know. Well, it was the same thing with her, that in the end, well, I mean, it wasn't a bad thing or whatever, bad separating, but some rift. You guys, there's always this little rift in the relationship, whether it be money or another person getting them fucking, getting in the fucking way of everything. There was another rift that got in the way, and I go, okay, well, there goes that, guys. Like, what am I supposed to do here? I don't even know if I should say what I saw, but well, I'll just say it. I saw her giving someone a hand job, and the person that she's giving the hand job to, I know the person. So I'm like, okay, I'm done with this. And I didn't say anything about that I saw it. I didn't say anything to her, who she was giving the hand job to. I haven't said anything to anybody about it ever. But that's what I saw, is her giving a hand job to someone that I know. And it's like, well, I'm not fucking a cuckold or whatever. I'm not into watching people fucking fuck or whatever. Not like that. Not someone that I know when I'm trying to be, I don't know what. But this was my first fucking, this is my first, she was mixed, like melanin, whatever. I'm not sure anything about her family or anything, but things were getting more and more connected. I could tell sometimes I was thinking about her. Well, the rift happens, that kind of cuts everything off. Then down the motherfucking road, someone comes into a store randomly and says, hey, are you, and then he says my name, and he says, do you know, and it says her name. I say, yeah, I know her. He said, did she ever tell you that she has a boyfriend? I said, no, she didn't ever say anything about she has a boyfriend. And he just ended up leaving the store and walking out. I'm like, what the fuck? This whole fucking time she had me cheating? This whole time she had me cheating was, I'm the one that she's using to cheat on her fucking boyfriend, you guys. And that was not cool, but we hadn't seen each other for a long time already, but it was just really like fucking not cool. So there was that one. And after that, I think I don't know if I've had any more hookups after that. Definitely no girlfriends, but those were my 3 experiences. The last one that I said, was probably only a 3-month duration, maybe, at the most. And it might not have even been that, might have been 2 months. But there was no discussion about kids, marriage, boyfriend, girlfriend, anything like that. Just, we were just into each other fucking, and into the same music and into the same interests. She had a bunch of interests that I was interested in. But, I don't know. So, I guess that one's for sure. We weren't dating. The other 2, in my mind, I had it made up that we are dating and that these people love me and that that they care about me and, you know, all the things that you want in a relationship. But I guess it's, looking back on it, like from what I'm seeing and hearing people say about relationships, because I've listened to a lot of podcasts, people talking about how they were into just getting more body count or whatever, like into just meeting people. And that's kind of the time that I was realizing that, one, these girls, we weren't ever in a relationship, and that two, I don't think they ever even liked me. And I don't know. Sometimes that's probably what gives me the thin spo, because I think I just feel more attractive to myself when I'm this body weight or whatever, but I don't know. So I'm not really sure about why I really want to look the ways that I want to look. It's just things, I just have a feeling and I go, well, if I feel more comfortable like this. But as far as, well, why do you feel more comfortable like this? I have a bunch of health reasons. I don't have any sort of psychological, let me go in depth about, you know, feelings of being hurt in the past or being hurt now. But I've always had to have high standards for these beings. One of them, the one that was the first one, really wanted a six-pack and fucking muscles, and you gotta be all toned up, and we gotta go to the gym, and let's work out, and let's eat healthy. And that was pretty much that one. Like, that's the one that wanted me looking like a fucking Ken doll and to be her fucking clit licker for, I don't know. So I gotta say, when it comes to relationships, I'm not intelligent in any form. And if anyone's looking for a relationship, I would probably recommend that you look for someone else to do the relationship part. And if they're down to be in an open relationship or something like that, then you can always find me and fuck me or flirt with me online. But I don't know anything about let's do Valentine's Day. I don't have any fucking money to go take anyone out anywhere. This is the story of my fucking life. I keep getting into trouble with the stupid ass fucking cops, Nazis. Don't have any friend group to be meeting. I'm not that close with my family members. Some of them won't talk to me. I have no idea why. They haven't ever given me a reason why. And it's already a small family, but some of them are dead, and I don't have, you know, really much to offer when it comes to relationship because of all the things that come with that word, you know. I don't know. I don't mind meeting other people's friends. I'm just saying I don't have any fucking friends to meet. I don't know if that's awkward. I would just rather keep things like to fucking. Because I really don't know. I know how to fuck really well, and everyone always likes what I'm doing. They always have good things to say about how I'm fucking and how it feels and all that. So I think that I'm knowledgeable in that, but I'm not sure if fucking is covering the entire base or the entire fucking relationship word, definition, whatever. It's only one aspect of the word. And so, I don't know, I really like to flirt. I really like being around girls. I don't like being around guys. I don't like being around gays because it feels like gays are just pretending to be gay so they can be around a straight dude's girlfriend. And it's like, I'm just done with being around gays. So I don't like being around gays. Same with the lesbians. I don't like being around lesbians. Whatever you guys call yourselves, just don't like it because it's like this dude is, I already said I don't like dudes. So the only dude that I like is myself. And I actually give myself pretty good hand jobs. So if you want to go check out my Pornhub video, I've had a lot of practice. But I have a Pornhub video. My first one got fucking banned, and that's all right because they told me the reason why, and I was able to record another one and meet all the requirements of making sure it's gonna stay up there. So I finally got my Pornhub video up, and I'm gonna make sure that it stays up. And tonight I'm actually thinking of making another one, but we'll have to see because I got a shower. I really want to clean up my kitchen. It's Friday, so I want to be ready for the weekend. So anyways, you guys, if you're looking for tears or anything like that, he's not even crying because I don't cry. Also, I stay dehydrated with alcohol, so it's easier to not cry. That's just one of the benefits. It's not really an intention of, well, let me not cry, so I'm gonna drink alcohol. It's just, that's how things work, I guess. So instead of crying or feeling some sort of, sad feeling, I'll play something that's like slower music, sadder music, and allow myself to feel or get things out like that, because for some reason, I'm not sure what happened, but I just don't have this ability to fucking cry anymore. And if I ever do cry, I get a little bit of tears and then it stops, like build up in my eye, or one eye will drip a little tear, and I'm telling you guys, that's about it. There's no flows of tears, nothing like that. And it used to be when I think when I felt more, but maybe over time I just started feeling less and less like compassion. Maybe just things don't hurt me as much because I'm not as passionate about things as I was like maybe before. So if you do have any feelings that you're trying to get out that you can't get out, then I recommend you do what I do, and you can go ahead and listen to sad music as much as you want. It doesn't have to always be sad. Sometimes I have good thoughts when I listen to music that someone might consider sad. But to me, it's not sad. It's cool. And yeah. All right. Well, I also wanted to add this. The second relationship being didn't like any of my music, and she would only play her music, which was Lana Del Rey, Rilo Kiley. That's how I know that Rilo Kiley song. And all female artists. She really didn't like males, so I was the only one that she's saying she liked. But I'm not sure if that's true anymore. But yeah, I like music a lot, and that was probably a sign that I should be getting with someone else. So listen to yourself, listen to the signs, and I don't know. I guess if you need to get things out, you don't have to get a therapist. All you have to do is fucking upload to YouTube. So go ahead and upload to YouTube, and maybe you'll get paid for getting your feelings out. I hate when there's a positive fucking song, that level of positivity, after something slow. I can't take that. So for a little longer, I'm gonna be listening to some slow stuff and laying down and cleaning up. But I'll probably be back tomorrow. I'm just gonna sleep this one off. I've noticed that if you sleep, you can make the proper decision. And so hopefully I get to go to sleep now.